This is going to be a tier list for Grandmaster ranked. I think BP is like a solid B or A. I think he is one of the most consistent backline dives. But I don't know, like just missing your dash once because of, let's say for example, you put a you put a spear on someone, you're gonna dash on them. For some reason they have immunity, right? Tracer has, almost every character has some sort of small immunity. They immune it. You're not a character. Like, you can't fight any longer without your dashes. So like that's where I feel like he just can't be an S. Obviously A or B. So I'm gonna put him at B, I think, and then I'll move around later. Widow, I think is just, I mean, I've seen her banned in Grandmasters before. She is just, her ult is just too bad to be good, right? Even if you hit every headshot, like, her ult is just too bad. I think Hulk is S, low key. Obviously he has an Iron Man combo, which is ridiculous. Doctor Strange, which in general is ridiculous. He doesn't do a lot of damage. Actually, I'm gonna put him at A. He doesn't do a lot of damage. But his backline dive is really good if you know how to cycle your abilities and jump around and create a lot of space. But outside of that, I don't think he's as good as Strange. That's why I kind of dropped him. I think Captain America is like a C. I feel like his dive, you have to like block a lot with your shield / reflect. And I feel like it's really hard to do consistently. And he kind of just creates space. It's not the easiest to get kills with him. His damage is pretty low. I think Cloak and Dagger is S. I think her healing is so strong when you stack it. I think it's the only healer that can out heal an ult. Because like if you stack your bubble plus your E, you can actually just keep a tank alive. Plus your left clicks, you can actually, if you time it perfect, you can out heal everything. And her ult's really good for holding points, which is literally the whole game, right? Like, the whole game is holding points until they whip out a capture the flag, where I think her ult will lose value, right? Which I'm sure you guys heard about the CTF on Twitter. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but that's what they're working on. Doctor Strange is S tier for every reason that you know. His ult is insane. His damage is insane. His tank ability is insane. His portal is ridiculous. Just in general, absolutely best well-rounded character in the game, in my opinion. You know, I see Hawkeye and Hela banned every game. This character needs to be banned every game. I think Groot is like A or B. I'm going to say A. Actually, I'm going to say B. I don't know. I feel like people learned how to play against the walls. Like, I think the original maps, the wall was really good because like there was less angles. But now with all these newer maps, I feel like the wall loses a little bit of value. I think Groot ult is still really strong, but I don't know. I feel like he's kind of easy to kill. I see Groots die pretty often. You know, just a big frame, easy to headshot. Hawkeye S tier, as everybody knows. I mean, the only one shot in the game from left clicks, so that's always gonna be, you know, a big talking point. If you hit your shots, you can literally one shot a healer, the fight's over, and that's pretty, you know, normal or can be consistent. Hela is S tier as well for same reasons. Can't one shot, but I mean she like her ult. I think her ult is what really puts her over the top. I think she could be an A if it was just her left clicks. I mean, hit scan is ridiculous, but the ult is over the top. You can never really truly kill it unless you have strange shield or a shield plus another, you know, unless it's like 1v6, you're not gonna kill the Hela ult. And if you do look up to kill the Hela ult in a 6v6, you're gonna lose a fight. So it's like a lose-lose scenario and a win-win for her. So I think Hela, I'm sure as you've seen in many tier lists, is S tier. Honestly, I do be forgetting some of the names of these characters, but because I'd be making up my own names for them. But I think this guy is like B tier. I think he's super creative. I think if you master him, he can be A. But the problem with him is that his dive is like so obvious, right? He's just gonna go for the same person. Iron Fist just goes for the same person pretty much, and if you just peel that one person, his fight is kind of washed. His ult is pretty weak in my opinion. I don't know how many Iron Fist I've seen get one tap during their ult, so I think Iron Fist is pretty mid. I'd actually put him like C. I think he's kind of overrated by some people. I think Iron Man is A tier. Obviously S. The reason I think he's actually B tier, but because of the Hulk combo, I think he's he can be considered S or A or B, right? That's the beauty of this game, is that, you know, the combos really change the level of the character, and obviously the Bruce Iron Man combo is just insane. S if you put a strange portal in front of his ult and get behind the whole team. Oh my god, lol. Shark, the Shark for me has been, the more I play ranked, and you know, the more I get to Grandmasters and the more you rank up, I feel like you see him less. I think his heals are good. He's hard to kill, but his ult, people are just immuning it, and it just unfortunately makes him weaker, right? You hear the fish, everybody separates, everybody uses their immunities. He catches 2 people, maybe 1 person, and just isn't as impactful as Luna. I think Loki low-key is S tier. I think he's so good. I think his heals are so good, and he farms it so fast. If you're really good with Loki, with understanding how to manipulate the, like, to give an illusion of where you are and not sell. A lot of Lokis are jumping around right next to their decoys, just making it too easy to kill. The really good Lokis that understand how to heal, position, and know where to use their heals can turn. It's one of the best healers in my opinion. I think he competes with Mantis and Luna. Obviously, it's just so easy to execute Luna and Mantis, right? You hear an ult, press Q. Okay, you won the fight, right? Loki definitely takes more skill in that aspect, but can do more in that aspect than them. Luna S tier, immunity for 10 seconds. Omega lol. Don't even want to talk about it. Magneto, I think, is a A tier tank / S tier tank. I'm gonna say S tier. I really feel like him and Strange are really, really good. That's what I really like about this game, is that obviously everybody has their opinion of their characters, right? Like people are gonna put S tier for Iron Man, or I don't know, Iron Fist. But the truth is that as good as you are with the character is as good as the character will be. And that's really where the creative and the art of the game goes, in my opinion. Yeah, I could see it. But I feel like Magneto, even without Scarlet, is really strong. Really strong. His ult is so good. I think the fact that his ult just swallows all projectiles is crazy. Like, it's a whole fight where you just can't left click anyone. You're just, you have to just wait and hopefully not get one shot by it. I think he's S tier. I think maybe he's A tier S. I don't know. I feel like he's really good. Maybe not Strange level. He's like right below Strange. So I'll leave him at A tier. I think Magic is A tier. I think really, really strong frontline. I mean, not frontline, but strong assassin, in my opinion. She does a lot. She's sustainable. She's more consistent than BP. I think she is the most consistent backline dive. Mantis S tier for obvious reasons. Her ult is toasted. Moon Knight, I have mixed opinions on. There's games, like, I think if you have a Groot, I think he goes up in value, but I don't know. He just dies so easy, so easy. But his damage is ridiculous. So I'm going to put him at B. He doesn't, A or B, I'm not sure. I think, in my honest opinion, I feel he's a B. But obviously there's really good Moon Knights that know how to really position and stay safe and do their damage. Sure, you guys know I'm a Namor. Love Namor. I mean, I think Namor is A, no doubt. He can be S because of his ult. It's kind of easy to juke and play around. But I think even if you don't have Luna as a combo and you're just in general, his damage is super high. He's like, he does what Hela and Hawkeye does. Not as good, like the one shot, insane DPS, but he's also very, very safe and has great 1v1. I think Penny, obviously, on defense maps S tier, and then offense maps A tier, right? But you're going to be on offense 50% of the time, so there's no way she could be S tier, right? So I think A tier is fair. Psylocke, I think, is very, very consistent. I think, obviously, like Luna and Mantis, they just counter everything, so it's really hard to play her. But I think she's really good. I think she could be S tier. A or S? I think she could be. I think I'll leave her A. Punisher, probably A. I mean, Punisher's just like always good in my opinion. Like, he's very, 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 very consistent kit. Although I think it's really boring. I'll leave him at A, I think. Raccoon. I mean, Rocket is like a B. Like, I think he's only a B when you have Punisher or Winter Soldier on your team. Other than that, I think he's okay. He's a little harder to kill than the other healers sometimes, but I don't know. His ult just doesn't do as much as the other healer ults. All right, I really don't like Scarlet. I think she's just bad. I don't know if she's just as bad as this because her ult has actually value, but Iron Fist too low. I've just seen him die in ult too many times. Like every time I see him, he's just dead. Like I feel like if you especially with these characters being the best characters, BP up to an A. Bro, but I just think there's too many immunity frames in the game. There's just too many immunity frames. If you don't get your one dash off, you're dead. You don't fight with BP without your dash. And then let's say Tracer flips and you dash through him. You don't get dash. There's just too many things where like Magneto shields. There's so many things where you just don't. You have immunity frames and then you dash through them and then you have no dash and you're fucked. But I feel like BP is better than him. I don't know. Adam Warlock, I think he's good. I don't know where I'd put him. I haven't played him enough, but just from the outside. That's what I'm saying. Like, but like that's what I'm saying. In comp, I think BP can be really good because it's like coordinated. You know, in ranked, it's not coordinated. So if you just go in by yourself, you miss one dash, you're just walking around their backline, useless as fuck. I'd rather be a no more pumping their front line at that point, or Hela or Hawkeye or I don't know anything else. I'm a big Spidey fan. I think he's like A or B. I think he's like B tier. I mean, obviously, if you're sick with Spidey, like, he can be consistently really good. It doesn't really matter. I think there's just some maps that really hurt him. You know, any enclosed, you know, anything where you're inside and there's not a lot of avenues to get into the backline, he's pretty bad if you have to come through the middle. Yeah, Adam's team up is really good, but I feel like he can be really good rest time, but his heals are just kind of weak. His damage is good. I don't know. I'd have to be convinced otherwise that he's much higher. I think this character can be ridiculous, but I have to play it a lot more. But I think this character has crazy value. Crazy. Just how good are you with it, right? You're hitting every nut and every autos, but I think Tracer is consistently really good. I call her Squirrel Girl. I think Squirrel Girl is pretty good. I think Tracer. Yeah, I feel like she slept on pretty hard. This character is just really good. And Star-Lord is he's just like a Walmart Punisher kind of in my opinion. Not really Walmart. He's just a little bit less than Punisher. He's just a small different style, but still more survivable, obviously more movement. Storm, I think Storm is poopy. I think there's like maybe if you play 50 hours of Storm and have the right comp with Storm, she can be A or B tier, but that's just so much. Like when I just pick Hela, right? If you want to be honest, I think Thor is S tier. I think Thor is absolutely so damn strong. I'm trying to look at the tanks. All right, maybe I don't know. Between him and Magneto, I feel like they should be in the same rank when I look at the tanks. I do think like Strange is just the GOAT of tanks by far, but these two guys are definitely honorable mentions. Venom, I think Venom fell off a cliff. I think he's good to buy time. I don't know. Venom, you use your movement, you mess up, you hit a wall, you panic shield, you're dead. I don't know how many times I've seen that with Venom. I think he's like falling off. Yeah, but him beats here. Wolverine just needs to be playing versus a 2-tank comp. If not, I feel like he kind of loses value, but I think he can be really good. But I think he's like similar to BP in that aspect, like not the damage or who you're going on, but you need the right setup to play. I think Winter Soldier is S tier. I really like Winter Soldier. I think in general, like when Hela and Hawkeye are out, which is 99% of games, I think Winter Soldier is just like him. He's so consistent. Oh, look, my PC slowed down. But yeah, I think this is going to have to be my tier list. I mean, obviously things will change with patches and things will change, but I think this looks like something I like. Yeah, I kind of agree with every aspect here. I changed my settings. Hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to drop what you think, and I'll definitely chat back. I don't think any of this is like, set in stone. It's just my opinion at this point.